Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our Winnipeg Jets franchise mode. And what a poor season it was, let me tell you. It was a short one. We got eliminated in the very first round of the playoffs after having quite a solid year in the NHL with a record of 47, 26, and 9. I think we finished top of our division, almost top of the league, but unfortunately not. We finished 7th, which, to be honest, is not great, but at the same time, there were 8 teams who hit 100 points, and there were 2 teams who were only 1 point off. So at the same time, I mean, definitely not a 55-21-6 season like the Washington Capitals had, but still quite a decent year we had. Now, hopefully, after this past season, we'll have to see what's in store for us next season. As I go through everybody's contract to see who's on an expiring deal currently. I know Paul Byron is. Marco Dano is gone. Playoff performance was absolutely brutal. Had 8 penalties. I mean, he was a +2, which isn't bad, but yeah, no, $2 million for not getting even a single point in the playoffs is not good enough. Now, Nicholas Hansen, I would like to bring back. He was like the best playoff performer we had. He had the most points on the team for a little bit there. Paul Byron, do not know if we'll be bringing him back. We might. I'd prefer for it to be a much cheaper deal. We'll see. Brandon McKenzie, so lucky we have him on a entry level deal, but at the same time, we may look to have to make some changes because he is a top 4 defenseman now. If you see here, I mean, that means we have top 4 defensemen, and sometimes it doesn't work out. I mean, we'll have to try it, and we'll wait and see, but he could get a huge jump in the offseason as well. Jack Roslovic on an expiring deal, Matt Spencer on an expiring deal. We'll see what happens to them as well. Now, goaltenders, Talbot, last year of his contract, 35 years old now. Who knows what's going to happen with him? And Sven Gustafsson, who knows? He may get a jump. He's probably going to want a raise as well. He may get a jump, and he could maybe fill or go right in for Talbot's position. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I don't think he would, but there's always a chance. Now, Gustafsson as a backup, pretty good stats, I'm not going to lie. A .921 save percentage is pretty solid, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully next year will be yet better for the playoffs. Everybody who had a point, though, except for Mackenzie, Hansen, and Trouba, all had a goal, though, which is nice, which is definitely nice. Not too bad at all. Nikolai Ehlers really poured it on those last 2 games of the playoffs. I believe he only had 1 point until the last 2 games. And then in the last game, I believe he scored a hat-trick, or it was 2 games ago. I do not remember, but yeah, either way, unfortunately, it wasn't a great series for Ehlers until the last few games. Morrissey, not too bad. Scheifele, not too bad. That's for sure. 5 points, tied at the top of the team with Kyle Connor and Nicholas Hansen. Then Doughty, Leopold, Laine, and McKenzie with 4. Perreault, Morrissey, Petan, Marner with 3. Not enough for Marner. Again, another poor performance for him. I mean, well, yeah, playoff stats. Let's see. 3 points in 7 games this year. 6 points in 11 games last year. Now 5 points in 8 games a few years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, I guess, is not too bad. Now, I'd really like to see him more up, I guess, around 19 points in 24 games, but then again, we'd also have to make it that far in the playoffs for that to actually happen. So, Ekman Larson, unfortunately, we missed out. He was a big part of us not being able to get past Chicago. Unfortunately, his injury did not help. We also missed Trouba for the first few games as well. We had a very poor defensive core, I would say. I think it was 1 game for sure. So I guess enough of the recap of the season. I mean, there's not much to really talk about as Ekman Larson gets back. I'm just going to do best lines. I don't want to keep him scratched because I'm sure he'd lose morale with my luck, and then we'd completely just absolutely lose Ekman Larson as well. He goes down to like an 84 overall, and then we're screwed with his contract. Can't get him out of here. And oh man, that would be terrible. If that were to happen, I'd be extremely upset. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess we'll see. I'd like to hopefully maybe improve our AHL team because our AHL team has not been great. I don't even remember the last time the AHL team actually did something in the playoffs. To be honest with you, where are goalies at? Guess Canada and the U.S. So we'll scout some goalies for the last few weeks until the draft. We'll see. Hopefully we have a half-decent draft. That would be nice. Now, obviously, who knows? Anything could happen. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So, the Stanley Cup champions were the Minnesota Wild, who were in a Game 7 against Nashville in the first round. And the Calder Cup champions are the Stockton Heat. And interesting. So we lost to the eventual losers of the Stanley Cup winners, I guess. But it was in like round 2 when Chicago and Minnesota went against each other. So, definitely not as great of an accomplishment. But still, hopefully we'll have a better season next season. Definitely not great. Here's the look at the draft lottery. Number 1 goes to Los Angeles. Number 2 to Montreal. Number 3 to Detroit. Very interesting. Nashville getting a pick in there as well from New Jersey. Montreal with 2 picks in the top 15. Not too bad for them. Wonder if they're actually finally rebuilding. Who knows? Freaking Bergevin, man. Absolutely terrible. As Matthew Perreault retires, it's a sad day for Winnipeg, boys. Man, Perreault, what a great kid he was in Winnipeg. Honestly, though, kind of glad we got out of his contract just because he was there. He was really going to be here for another 2 years. He was a 79, I believe, last time I checked. So, unfortunately, he dropped. And like I said, a sad day for Jets fans. Now, did Talbot retire? Talbot did not retire, which is good. We could definitely bring him back for our potential one more season. But Roberto Luongo retires as a 76 overall with almost 550 career wins. I don't know if that's still top 3 or if that's even top 2 for most wins in goalie history. I honestly have no idea. Marc-Andre Fleury with 469. Ryan Miller with 377. 750 games played for him. Cam Ward, over 700 games. Jimmy Howard, just under 500. Thomas Greiss, over 400. Then Al Montoya, 222. Let's go check the skaters. See any big skaters going out here? Marian Hossa, Corey Perry, Zach Parise. All right, Mark-Edward Vlasic, Dennis Seidenberg, Jack Johnson, Mike Green, Matt Niskanen, Mark Stahl, Alex Edler, Alex Steen. Edler was 37, damn. Chris Russell, Nicholas Jarmelson, Chris Stewart, Yannick Hansen, Franz Nielsen, Zach Smith. Quite a few notable players actually retiring this season. Very interesting. Leo Komarov retires. Uncle Leo, what a beast over there in Toronto. So I guess it is basically time for the draft, and we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we could see some solid prospects here. All right, time for the NHL entry draft. We'll see how everything goes. We'll check the awards as well at the end of this, if I remember. So, the draft class. Is there a chance that we could try moving up and acquiring someone like a high elite player? Now, I see this high elite Forbes guy, and I also see this high elite Tennell guy. Now, I don't know how good high elites are in the first round, But, I mean, a high elite that's projected top 5, I would assume he would be a good player. Stephen Leddy, 6'4", 197 pounds, high elite. I mean, really, I wonder if he's good. And then Jason Forbes, I'm going to call him Forbes. Right wing sniper, not too bad either, that's for sure. 5 for sure elite players to go. Well, I'd say 4 for sure, because Leddy's going to be elite, Bylsma's going to be elite, Richter's going to be elite, and Barlow's going to be elite. Perreault, I would assume, would be elite as well. Drew Perreault. I mean, don't know much about him. I only scouted him once, though. I scouted Richter and Barlow 5 and 6 times. Bylsma, not a bad player. Don't really know a lot of stats, though, currently about him. Offensive defenseman is not bad. I mean, really, it wouldn't be bad moving up to pick up someone like Nicholas Bylsma, so we get an offensive defenseman that we have in the system, because I'd say we more than likely, or we most definitely, do not have a offensive defenseman here in the pipelines. That would be really good for us. I mean, we obviously have Larson now, we have Doughty now, but Kane, probably not going to be anything for us. Wes Kane, and he's the defensive defenseman. I would definitely like to get an offensive defenseman. Jet Wu, who knows if he'll even make the NHL. 22 years old, 72 overall. Could be a possibility moving him out. Olsen, though, defensive defenseman. Taylor Stahl definitely could make the NHL. Possibly could make the NHL this upcoming season. I mean, he definitely could. He's on his way. More of a two-way defensive defenseman, though. McKenzie, I mean, he's honestly pretty solid offensively, so who knows? He's actually down to a top 6 defenseman now. Interesting. Who knows, though? I mean, really. I mean, like I said, it definitely wouldn't be bad. We could try and move up. I mean, not like LA would like to move their pick. I'm sure they are a rebuilding team right now. Yeah, they most definitely are. I mean, like I said, there's no way they would want to give up on their pick, and the value of that is absolutely unreal as well. We would have to give up multiple players. Like, we'd probably have to give up Kane and Wu and more, to be honest. Like, realistically, that would be... that definitely would not go through. They'd have 45 skaters as well. We'd actually only be able to use Kane. They'd still have over 45 skaters. That just isn't going to happen then. So definitely no way we move up to the first overall pick. So let's see. Who does the LA Kings pick? First overall, Barlow, a center playmaker, medium elite, 78 overall. So there's one elite gone. Now, I'm assuming then Leddy is not a high elite, because I would assume he would have gone first, although you never know. Bylsma's still there, Richter's still there, Perreault's still there. Still tempted to maybe move up for Bylsma. He is 17 years old, so maybe if he's a little bit lower of an overall, we'll see. Don't take him, Montreal. All right, Richter, a 76 overall, the other center playmaker. Now Detroit was the third pick, although would it be maybe possible to trade up for the Red Wings pick? Let's see. Where is Bylsma? Sorry. Still projected to not go right now, although Leddy was at the top. Okay, I guess we're going as we get offered a trade offer for Chris Biggers, and I think Bylsma just got picked. 84 overall, not too bad from Chris Biggers. Let's see, 34 points last season is not bad. Now, I don't know if he'll put up points like that every year, though. And to give up a first and a third, I don't know. Maybe not. I think we'll decline that trade for now. So Bylsma, I mean, 67 overall isn't great. Maybe kind of glad, I guess, we didn't move up for that. But then again, he is 17 years old, so it would be a little bit of a project to work him up anyways. Then Holmberg slips into fourth. So what about the other two prospects? Perreault, medium elite, 65 overall, so San Jose really misses out there. Philadelphia gets a solid player, and then Letty, a medium elite as well. Probably should have gone third overall, but very interesting. He drops to 6. Nice. Well, not really nice, but you know what I mean. Brendan Dillon, I don't want you, okay? You can stop. Brendan Smith, or I think it's Brendan Smith. I don't remember. So we have our first rounder pick in this draft, looking like to be a solid draft. Scarlet, a medium elite. All right, interesting. Forbes wasn't too bad of a player either. So let's see. Let's see who's here. We can make our pick with. Who should we go after? Barker is a high elite, obviously tempting to go after him, but who knows? Now, a lot of defensive defensemen. There's an offensive defenseman here. Holloway wouldn't be a bad pickup, but I mean, he's an exact top 6, which means he will be a top 6 defenseman. I would prefer to not go after him. Now, I mean, we could go off the board with Belly. William Belly, high top 6. He's projected to go second round. That wouldn't be bad, although I'm really tempted to go for Will Barker. You know what? Whatever. High elite. Can he be at least medium top 6? All right, medium top 6 isn't too bad. 55 overall isn't great. That's for sure. As we get offered a trade offer for Brian Little. Now, is he listed as a third liner? Because if he's, oh my God, he is listed as a third liner. We could bring Brian Little back. He's not on a bad contract either. You know what, boys? We're bringing Brian Little back. For a second, though, I don't know about a second. Let's see. Actually, maybe here would be perfect opportunity to get rid of Wu. Although, you know what? I think we'll give Wu a little bit more. We'll give him some more time. So is that how much? Is that what he just offered? Our second? How about a third this year and a third next year? Will that go through over there? Trade accepted. All right, thank you. And we get Brian Little back in Winnipeg. All right, so we replaced Perreault, who just retired, with a former third liner, I guess, a former second liner for the Winnipeg Jets, and we bring Brian Little back to Winnipeg. Now, automatically, I see Schroeder here, a second to third rounder, Nicholas Schroeder, but we're going for him. He should be a medium starter. Oh my God, you're actually a medium fringe. I hate my life. Why? You're in the second round and you're a medium fringe? Screw you. We do not have a pick in the third, obviously, just because we traded it away. So, now what? We've got Donis. Well, I'm not going to go for him. He has no league interest at all. Gervais, defensive defenseman. I'd really like to find an offensive defenseman, man, but Strombolopoulos. I want to go for Strombolopoulos just because of the name, obviously. Let's see. Medium elite, Liomala. Sure. I don't know. LaBelle, Forbes, and Holmstrom. So there's still a few decent-ish potential players out there right now, but I think we'll just sort it by projected again. There's no exact elites anymore either, so we'll have to see. So Punanov's defensive defenseman, medium top 6 defenseman, wouldn't be a bad pick. Hopefully, I'd like to see him be a medium top 6 though. Gervais, another defensive defenseman. Bloom, medium top 9. Shannon Bloom, 4th rounder. Hedin, Per Hedin probably. I have no idea. Power forward. You know what? I feel like we should go with Punanovs. I mean, we could go with Clancy. I don't know how I feel though about a high top 9. So you know what? Let's go with Punanovs. Vladimir Punanovs, the defensive defenseman from Russia. Low top 4. Not a bad pick, to be fair. It's better than what I thought it was going to be honest. Now, we get Vegas's 4th, which is 121st this year, for our 5th and 6th. I think we'll just stick to our picks. Thank you, though, Ottawa. A medium starter goaltender just went to Pittsburgh. Wouldn't be bad to get another goalie That's for sure. We have Leeson and Alfredson for the goalies, I see. Although we have an offensive defenseman in Mink, but I don't want to go for him because he'll be probably a low 7th defenseman, which is not good at all. So you know what? Why not Alfredson or Leeson? Stanislav Leeson, a 19-year-old, and then Par Alfredson. Well, I always want to go with the Super Swede, so I'm not going to go for the Super Swede. Let's go with Stanislav Leeson, or Listen. Listen, medium backup, not great. Now, I want to see if the other goaltender was better. Come on, let's go. All right, was the other goalie better? Stop offering me trades, please. I do not want them. Vitalioma, what a name that one was. All right, let's go back to the end of the 4th. Did he go? No, he has not gone yet. All right. Well, we'll sim to our pick, and we'll see, and we'll come back to the start of the 5th, see if that was a good pick for the goalie. So Mink, yeah, was a medium 7th defenseman. Alfredson was also a medium backup, so I guess didn't really lose out on anything there. Medium top 9. Chucko, never even saw him on the board. Voinov. Although then again, we are looking in the 5th round. I didn't really look at players in the 5th round. So let's see who to pick up now. No league interest for Armstrong. Although Betts, offensive defenseman, he has no league interest either. We have a two-way forward in Neal, two-way forward in Buzek. I don't know anything about him, though. Armstrong, no. Poggy, no, just because he's an exact bottom 6. All right, well, let's scroll down a little bit. Sweetland, no. Riley, we could go for a two-way defender. Tim Riley, medium 7th defenseman. He has high league interest. Also Holmqvist, Ola Holmqvist, or Holmqvist, I don't freaking know. You know what, let's go with Tim Riley. Why not? The Switzerland defenseman. Not great, although at this point during the draft, that is what the majority of teams are picking. So, I mean, I'd like to just kind of stay with what they are getting and not get any worse. Now, Liumala is listed as a medium elite, but he has no league interest at all, which is very scary, to be fair. We have more offensive defensemen, again, with no league interest. Although Lapierre would be an exact, or would be a low top 6 defenseman. But I feel like I should just make the risk and go with Liomala. Whatever, screw it. Two-way forward, Liomala, low top 9. Not too bad of a pick, I guess. Let's see, does that other player go? Lander, Bergforce, Lewis, Strong, and... Oh, wait, that was only the 6th. I thought we were done. Never mind. All right, well, that's why I was going pick by pick. Let's go to our pick. So, our final pick of the draft, I believe, at least. High top 6, LaBelle, Swift. Man, Fred Swift, high fringe. Who knows if he'd be any good? Although LaBelle, he has high league interest. Let's see, what's his name? Pascal LaBelle, a power forward, high top 6. We're going for him. Please be decent. Low top 9. To be fair, that's not bad. Toskala, a 7th defenseman. Swift was a medium fringe, so not too bad. Kozlov, a low top 6. Fukali was a low top 9. I did look at him. He had high top 9 potential, so not too bad either. And to finish it off, it was a weird-ass name. It said like Drouin Delorier or something. He was a medium 7th defenseman. Now, freaking 25 minutes in, man. I don't know how I do it. Brian Little, most points on the team. but it's okay. We'll have him now on the team as our third liner. See if bringing him back to the team was a mistake or not in this next season. Now, quickly, is there anybody I want to re-sign here? We're going to have to re-sign Scheifele, Line, Doughty, and Marner next year, and Little next year, and Patan next year. This could be interesting, as Talbot is now down to an 84 overall. That's definitely not great. That's for sure. Pending free agents. Let's see. How many? Oh God, Erik Karlsson, Casey Middlestat, Austin Matthews, Patrick Kane, Oscar Klefbom, Tarasenko, Ovechkin, Kucherov, Reinhart, Nylander, Malkin, Drouin. There's some big fish free agents out there, that's for sure. Whoa, Livingston. Okay, Frederick Livingston. Oh yeah, that's the Florida goalie. He looks pretty solid. 86 at 23. It's not too bad. Eric Comrie could be going to free agency. We could bring him back too. Man, if Gibson or Vasilevsky go to free agency, who knows? We could bring Steve Mason back as well. Just kidding. No thanks. Alright, you know what? Really quickly, we're going to try and re-sign some people. So I'm going to hold off on Talbot for now. We'll see. Dano, don't want to bring him back. Alright, there we go. Much cheaper contract for Byron. I think we'll just stick to 1 year, though. 1.1 for 1 year. Not a bad contract. We'll offer that to him. Nicholas Hansen. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to offer Hansen a contract just because I think we have defensemen that we could bring in. Now, 900K for Gustafson. Actually, I'll lower that to 8.75 just to give us that little bit more cap space because we truly do not have very much. But let's see. Yeah, defenseman. Let's see. Who do we have that could play in the NHL? So we have Doughty, Ekman Larson, Trouba, Morrissey, McKenzie. I really feel like Stahl would get a jump, and I feel like Hansen would be in the way of that. Although I definitely wouldn't mind signing Hansen. He could play in the AHL. He could really make that AHL team go. You know what? Why not? Why not sign him in the AHL? Or sign him for the AHL team, I should say. We'll do 2 years at $2 million. Actually, at $1.9 million for Nicholas Hansen. He does want to come back. Forsling doesn't want an extension. That's fine with me. Matt Spencer, don't think I'll bring him back. Jet Wu, we'll offer a contract to. I highly doubt he'd accept a 2 year at $950 deal because he wants 1.15, but we're gonna offer to him anyways. Korolev, we'll offer a contract to. We'll do 2 years at $775. Bring up to being 25 years old at that point. So, Wright, probably not going to make it. We're just going to let him go. Anybody we should sign? Punanovs? Maybe. We'll see. Goalies. Obviously, Talbot is there. We have Leeson, one of the guy we just drafted. Walter, did we just draft him? No, we drafted him in the first round, though, a little while ago. Slaney is signed. Not a great goalie. Schroeder we just drafted, and then Ray we drafted last year as well. So, don't think I need to sign a goalie, really. As for forwards, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, no, that's everybody. Okay, 1 sec. I was going to say, like, wait, 390 overalls. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, really, I mean, we have 12. Okay, wait, 1 sec. Sorry, I got to count this again. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So realistically, we do have everybody that would want or that would play in the NHL. Roslovic, we're going to do 1 year for you. 1 year at $1 million for Jack Roslovic. Then Jansen Harkins, we'll do 2 years at $1 million. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. 2 years at 975 for Jansen Harkins. Pushkarev and Lingberg, both not going to make it. We're just going to let them go. Ryan Precht, I mean, we could, I guess we'll sign him to his entry-level deal. Chevrier, not great. Le Cavalier, not great. And then I should probably sign Barker. That's for sure. Barker, we'll sign him to a little bit of a cheaper entry-level deal, I guess, since the entry-level deal is now higher. LaBelle, I think we'll keep unsigned for now. So, there. We just offered our contracts out. Well, except for Talbot. I said quickly. That was not very quickly. That was like 3 or 4 minutes doing that. Advanced day, we'll see how many of them come back. Byron accepted. Roslovic accepted. Ryan Precht accepted. Barker accepted. Wu rejected. I figured Wu would. Harkins, Hansen, Gustafson, Korolev all accept. All right, let's get Jet Wu, and then I guess we get advanced to free agency, and maybe you guys could even help me out. And let me know if you guys want me to go after anybody. I still do not know what I'm gonna do about Talbot, though. We're gonna have to wait and see what he wants. So we're just gonna have to do 1 year at $900K for Jet Wu, which, to be fair, like I said, I was going to give Jet Wu another chance. I guess this will be his last year to really improve for us. And if he doesn't, then who knows if I will keep him any longer. So Jet Wu accepted. Not too bad. We'll sim to the 29th, and we'll see how many goalies are still projected to go to free agency. Actually, we might as well sim to the 30th, I guess. All right, let's see. Who is projected to still go to free agency? That is a goalie, preferably, a starter, I should say. William Nylander, Jonathan Drouin, Shane Gostisbehere, Alex Galchenyuk, Cale Makar, Claude Giroux, Tyler Toffoli, Brady Tkachuk, all going to free agency. Now, one thing I hate about creating players is that whenever their entry-level deal is done, for some reason, they go to free agency. So Tkachuk, going to go to free agency, and Makar, going to go to free agency. And, they're both going to be UFAs, too. For some reason, they aren't going to be RFAs, and it's stupid. Which, we could obviously go after them. That wouldn't be a bad idea, as Andrei Vasilevsky is going to free agency. All right. We aren't going to sign Talbot then. Vasilevsky could probably be our goalie for 1 year then. Now, all right, so Talbot, guys, don't worry. He could come back. We're gonna edit the block, and let's just check free agency just to see, did all those players actually make it? Nylander, Drouin, Galchenyuk, Gostisbehere, Giroux, Makar, Toffoli, Domi, Eberle, Hayes, Jenner, Ryan, Tkachuk, Anderson, Bennett. All right, well, there's definitely some possibilities. Obviously, Brady Tkachuk and Cale Makar we could go after. But then again, I do need to sign a goalie, like Andrei Vasilevsky, even Jonathan Quick. Wouldn't be bad for 1 year. See, Vasilevsky, oh my. That is too much money. To be honest, I'd probably just sign him to a 7-year deal and then do 8.7 for the next 7 years. And realistically, we could just trade him away. But we only have 12.3 million. So, if we were to go after someone like Cale Makar would seriously help us out defensively. He's such a good offensive defenseman. He has 89 offensive awareness, absolutely ridiculous puck skills, a really solid shot. Look at his slap shot. Well, he's a good physical player too. I know I didn't make him a physical player like the way his stats have turned out, but interesting. He would really help us out on the back end. How many points does he put up these past few years? 48, 65, a career high for him. It's hard not already offering Makar a contract. Brady Tkachuk. 60 points last season for him in the NHL. He was playing with Los Angeles, though. Los Angeles hasn't been doing great, obviously. They just got the first overall pick, so... I mean, we could go after him, too, although no, I'm not going after Tkachuk. He's listed as a second liner. I can't. But Makar, we can make room for Makar. That's definitely a possibility. So, let me know what you guys think I should do. Realistically, I mean... We need Vasilevsky because we need a starting goaltender, and then we could change around our top 4D. It could be interesting, but that is going to be it from me, guys. Hopefully you all did enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. 2 long videos out today. I'm very sorry about that, but thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.